Hello and welcome to In Depth. I'm Teena Jha. NITI Aayog has joined hands with Google to promote the growth of artificial intelligence and a machine learning ecosystem in India. Google has been tasked with training and incubating Indian artificial intelligence startups. But what is artificial intelligence? It's been a fascinating concept of science for decades. But only now have scientists been able to develop computer systems that can perform human-like tasks. These tasks range from speech recognition, translation into different languages, visual perception, and even decision-making. In today's edition of In Depth, let's understand how artificial intelligence works, what is its relevance and benefits in our lives, and how will it impact our lives in the future. So as we told you, India has joined hands with tech giant Google to keep pace with other countries that are moving towards adopting artificial intelligence. NITI Aayog has partnered with Google to work on a range of initiatives to build artificial intelligence ecosystem across India. The objective is to augment capacity in healthcare, improve education, and also build overall economic productivity of the country.
From the early days of human civilization, efforts have been made to replace human hands with machines. Human civilization never looked back since the day it started moving towards making life simpler and easier by incorporating more machines into our daily lives. Human beings started looking for something more than just machines, something that would just read the human mind and do the required work, just like a jinn who fulfills wishes. And with time, human beings began to think that they can fulfill all their ideas through science. Humans have worked tirelessly in the field of science and technology to build a machine or robot that does the work usually done by humans and can also think like one. This is artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence is essentially what is intelligence. Intelligence is our ability to take variables from our senses, whether it is touch, whether it's smell, sight, hearing, or any other sense, and we use that in our brain to process certain decisions. Artificial intelligence is similar to how a machine would do this. So typically an artificial intelligence system will have receptors or sensors through which it will pick data from its environment. It will have a memory of what to do depending on what signal it gets, and then it will take a decision which will communicate to another device based on the memory it had and the sensor input which it got.
Several countries have developed their own artificial intelligence, and now India and Google have signed a statement of intent to work on a range of initiatives to help build the AI ecosystem across the country. The Indian government has entrusted its think tank, NITI Aayog, to set up a national program to conduct research and development in leading technologies like AI and machine learning. India will use AI technologies to create better healthcare, improve education outcomes, develop innovative governance systems, and improve overall economic productivity.
NITI Aayog, which is a premier planning institute for the Indian government, has done a partnership with world leader in technology, which is Google, to promote the issue of artificial intelligence. Now, a lot of things will emanate out of this partnership. One is in terms of promoting PhDs, doctoral work in artificial intelligence, especially in our premier institutions like IIT, NITs, and other institutions of importance. The other thing which is even more significant is that this agreement and this partnership will foster an environment where entrepreneurs, especially our startups, which are allied to the sector of artificial intelligence, will be promoted.
Google will also bring its online training courses like Google's Machine Learning Crash Course to students, graduates, and engineers to different cities across India in the form of study groups and developer-run courses. There is an incubation program wherein startups working with AI/ML space will be mentored by Google to better leverage AI in their respective business models. NITI Aayog and Google will organize an AI/ML hackathon that will focus on solving key challenges in agriculture, education, healthcare, financial inclusion, and transportation and mobility. The IT Ministry has formed 4 AI committees: citizen-centric services, data platforms, skilling, reskilling and R&D, legal, regulatory and cyber security. According to Information and Technology Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad, these committees would be headed by IIT directors and industry experts from organizations like NASSCOM. It was in this year's budget that Union Finance Minister Arun Jaitley said NITI Aayog will set up a national program to conduct research and development in frontier technologies like AI. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Artificial intelligence describes the action of machines accomplishing tasks that have historically required human intelligence. The origin of the concept can be traced back to Greek mythology, although it's during modern history when stored program electronic computers were developed. In this report, let's analyze what AI systems are and how do they work. Facebook has a list of suggested friends for its users. But do you know who makes these suggestions? While browsing on the internet, a page pops up on your screen telling you about an upcoming sale on your favorite brand of shoes and clothes. Ever thought who's keeping track of your favorite brands? All this is the work of artificial intelligence. These days, mobile phones like Apple have virtual assistants like Siri that support a wide range of user commands. So if you think while chatting with friends or watching a video on the internet, you are alone, then you could well be wrong. Millions of algorithms and codes exist all around you, understanding your commands and performing human-like tasks. This is the world of artificial intelligence, the ability of a machine or a computer program to think and learn. The concept of artificial intelligence is based on the idea of building machines capable of thinking, acting and learning like humans.
देखिए इंटेलिजेंस मतलब बुद्धिमत्ता, इंटेलिजेंस। आर्टिफिशियल मतलब कोई ऐसी चीज़ जो मशीन द्वारा चलाई जाए। तो ये मशीन की बुद्धि है एक तरीके से। जिस प्रकार से इंसान बहुत सारी हम सेंसेस से, अपने 5 सेंसेस से हम इंफॉर्मेशन लेते हैं, हमारे दिमाग में जाता है और उस डेटा के आधार पर हम कोई एक्शन निर्धारित करता है ब्रेन। इसी प्रकार से आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस भी अलग अलग सेंसर नेटवर्क से डेटा लेगा और फिर मशीन निर्धारित करेगी कि क्या डिसीजन लिया जाना चाहिए एक पर्टिकुलर एरिया के लिए।
From Apple's Siri to self-driving cars, artificial intelligence is progressing rapidly. Science fiction often portrays robots with human-like characteristics as artificial intelligence. A computer can beat the world chess champion and understand voice commands on your smartphone, but that's not real artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence can be present in anything, from Google's search algorithms to IBM's Watson to autonomous weapons. It is different from hardware-driven robotic automation. Instead of automating manual tasks, artificial intelligence performs frequent, high-volume, computerized tasks reliably and without fatigue. However, for this type of automation, human inquiry is still essential to set up the system and ask the right questions. Artificial intelligence is often misunderstood for machine learning. Artificial intelligence is a broader concept with a bunch of technologies that include machine learning and other technologies like natural language processing, inference algorithms, neural networks, etc.
एक मशीन को आपको सिखाना है कि राइट फ्रॉम द बेसिक स्टेप ऑफ वॉकिंग टू एन एडवांस स्टेप की इमोशंस कैसे आप उसमें लेके आओगे, दैट इज़ मशीन हैज़ टू अंडरस्टैंड, मशीन हैज़ टू लर्न। उसको सिखाने के लिए ह्यूमन इनपुट्स देने होते हैं, इसलिए इकोसिस्टम एज अ होल इज़ टेक्नोलॉजी। उनको इनपुट्स देने के लिए वी ह्यूमंस आर गोइंग टू टीच कि मशीन को सिखाएंगे कि फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर एक्टिविटी आपको ऐसा करना चाहिए, फॉर दिस इसका आउटपुट ये होना चाहिए, एंड देन लीव द मशीन ऑन इट्स ओन। वो मशीन अपने आप अपने पास्ट हिस्ट्री से सीखती है, एंड दैट इज़ व्हाट इज़ कॉल्ड मशीन लर्निंग।
Artificial intelligence techniques have experienced a resurgence following concurrent advances in computer power, large amounts of data, and theoretical understanding in the 21st century. Artificial intelligence techniques have now become an essential part of the technology industry, helping to solve many challenging problems in computer science. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV. Research in the field of artificial intelligence began in the 1950s and has crossed many milestones. With advanced technology, scientists are engaged in further developing artificial intelligence. But the world will always remember one man who started it all, American scientist John McCarthy, who first executed the concept of artificial intelligence to the world. In 1955, American scientist John McCarthy and a few of his friends began to research in developing intelligent machines. McCarthy coined the term artificial intelligence in 1955 for the first artificial intelligence conference at Dartmouth College in 1956. McCarthy's own research did not go too far, since technology was not very advanced at that time. But over the years, improvements in technology, algorithms, computing power and storage has made artificial intelligence a fact that cannot be ignored.
We call this as the fourth industrial revolution, and each cycle of the industrial revolution changed the life of the common man in unforeseen and unpredictable ways. Quite often, it's also not very easy to predict, let me be honest about it, because we really do not know where will we land up 10 years from now with the artificial intelligence. But from where I see it, the goods of it is the fact that healthcare is going to tremendously improve. We're already seeing that surgeries are far more predictable. The accuracies in cutting-edge healthcare, such as eye care, cardiac surgeries, have gone up several-fold because of artificial intelligence. I see a time in 10 years when you will not have steering wheels on cars.
Artificial intelligence started getting recognition after Japan's fifth-generation computer project started in 1981. It outlined the development of supercomputers in the next 10 years. Around the same time, Britain started its artificial intelligence research project called the ALVE. Some European countries also began their own artificial intelligence development program called ESPRI. In 1983, several major computer and semiconductor manufacturers in the United States formed Microelectronics and Computer Technology Corporation to develop advanced techniques applied to artificial intelligence.
Like you teach a baby how to walk, how to run, how to speak, the same way a human is going to tell a machine how to do some basic activities. Post that, the machine will, based on the inputs the human has given, it will learn on its own. There are technologies out there in the open that can help a machine do that.
Scientists have developed 4 types of artificial intelligence. The most basic is the reactive machine artificial intelligence that does not have the ability to remember or use experience gained in the past to dictate future actions and moves. Limited memory artificial intelligence have a limited memory and work on both pre-programmed knowledge and past experiences. The theory of mind artificial intelligence represents a branch of intelligence whereby the machine itself is capable of interpreting the world around it and form information that can be reproduced when needed based on the observations it has made. The most sophisticated and advanced form of artificial intelligence is self-awareness artificial intelligence. These machines can interpret the world around them and also possess consciousness, feelings and emotions. This type of intelligence is able to predict others' feelings as well. But this type of artificial intelligence is not developed yet, and it may take a while before such intelligent systems come to life.
So imagine a world which has no barriers of technology, no barriers of language, no barriers of region and distance. We would have conquered time in such a world. And this is a good tool to predict such diseases, such epidemics which keep happening every year. And we could do analysis of it using satellite technology. We could predict, artificial intelligence can predict floods and droughts, and we could prepare ourselves for it.
With developments in computer science and technology, new experiments are being done constantly in the field of artificial intelligence. It's quite possible that these advanced techniques and developments will lead to a quantum jump in the field of artificial intelligence in the near future. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV. Time for a very short break on the program. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome to Security Scan. I am Vishal Dahiya, and this week we will discuss the United States' decision to pull out from the Iran nuclear deal.
This is not a bilateral agreement between the United States and Iran, but it is an international agreement agreed by 5+1 and agreed by unanimously by the Security Council. Therefore, now it's a breach of trust.
Iran had not crossed that level whereby it could have developed nuclear weapons. It had capabilities, no doubt.
This is the best possible deal in the real world, not in the ideal world. Best possible deal in the real world to prevent Iran from making nuclear weapons.
Watch The Big Picture with me, Frank Rausen Pereira, at 6:30 p.m.
नेपाल की राजनीति और हमारे सरोकार, कूटनीति, सांस्कृतिक रिश्ते और व्यापार, भारत और नेपाल कितना चले एक दूसरे की ओर और कितनी मजबूत है आपसी रिश्तों की डोर। जानिए विशेष में आज शाम 7:30 बजे सिर्फ राज्यसभा टीवी पर। रामरोड नेपाल।
Welcome back. You're watching In Depth on Artificial Intelligence. Digitization has given a significant push to artificial intelligence. It is helping to complete tasks that would normally take months to complete in no time, which is also why demand for this advanced technology is increasing in every field, from health to manufacturing, retail, sports, space, and banking.
Artificial intelligence can help in accomplishing many tasks related to human life, from completing day-to-day chores to doing research in science, education, and medicine. Recognizing the potential of the technology, the biggest companies these days are ready to invest in this advanced technology.
Military is already there, healthcare, education. So artificial intelligence is like building a personalized brain for every human on the planet. So it gives a personal approach to everyone, and their sectors are infinite.
Artificial intelligence has made medical research easier, from X-ray reading, detecting disease, and even performing surgeries on humans. This technology is also used in sports. It helps in capturing images, predict and understand playing conditions, and also to make the ideal strategy for any game. Infrastructure in manufacturing has also seen a lot of improvement through this advanced technology. Artificial intelligence is also useful in space-related searches.
Healthcare is going to tremendously improve. We're already seeing that surgeries are far more predictable. The accuracies in cutting-edge healthcare, such as eye care, cardiac surgeries, have gone up several-fold because of artificial intelligence. I see a time in 10 years when you will not have steering wheels on cars. You already have those cars running on not Indian roads but elsewhere. But in 10 years, every single car, according to me, every single car, truck, bus will have no driver, no driving, not only a driver but not even a steering wheel.
This advanced technology is also being used to fight various types of threats, making it easier to detect cybersecurity scams, irregularities in financial transactions, and monitoring trading patterns. AI is also making online shopping easier. Product recommendations are now made through a user's personal search history. Companies use artificial intelligence to keep user information, send them messages, set alarms, and schedule an appointment. Many websites provide all kinds of information to their users with the help of artificial intelligence.
A typical example I'll give you to explain it. Take the case of a self-driving car, which to me is the most visible form of artificial intelligence which we will see in our roads in another 5-10 years. And these are already on American streets and Japanese streets. There are self-driving cars already running. And a self-driving car essentially is an artificial intelligence-based car, which takes using sensor technologies of laser, of sound sensors, of GPS and several other sensors. It takes data, it compares it to find out how far a certain object is, and based on how far an object is, it turns left or right to find its destination.
Work that humans are unable to do because of the risks involved are now being done with the help of artificial intelligence. This technology also allows a person to search any information on the internet through their voice. Music and movie recommendations on YouTube, smart home devices, security surveillance as well as smart cars were made possible through the use of artificial intelligence. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Artificial intelligence has many advantages, but its disadvantages are no less significant. Let's take a look at the balance sheet and the impact it could have on jobs. A JCB machine that excavates soil on an average does the work of 250 laborers in a day. Similarly, an ATM or a check collection machine does the work equivalent to 2 to 3 bank clerks in a day. The amount spent on the maintenance of these machines on an average is equal to the cost of hiring a single worker. Which means machines on the one hand lessen work pressure on people, but on the other, they also reduce work opportunities for them.
अब इसका एक नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट ये है कि रोज़गार पे इसका नेगेटिव असर ऑलरेडी हमें दिखने लगा है। ऑटोमेशन, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस और रोबोटिक्स की वजह से बहुत सारे सेक्टर्स इफेक्ट हो रहे हैं, और ना सिर्फ ऐसे सेक्टर्स जिसको बोलते हैं ब्लू कॉलर्ड लेबर, यानी कि जो लेबर फिजिकल लेबर वाले हैं, ना सिर्फ वो इफेक्ट हो रहे हैं बल्कि इवन वाइट कॉलर लेबर जैसे जो IT सेक्टर में जो प्रोफेशनल काम करते हैं वो भी इफेक्ट होने शुरू हो चुके हैं ऑलरेडी। और पिछले साल से ही हम सुन रहे हैं कि बहुत सारी कंपनीज में जॉब कट्स हो रहे हैं IT सेक्टर से।
Exactly the same fears are expressed about artificial intelligence. The apprehension is that if machines do all the work of human beings, what will be left for people to do? According to experts, people can then handle work related to supervision, maintenance, sale and manufacture of these machines. It only becomes a crisis for people who are unable to adapt themselves, readjust according to the needs of the market, or become accustomed to new technology and skills. Failure to do so leads to joblessness.
एक आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस को बनाने में ही इतने ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज की ज़रूरत होगी कि हमें पिंच नहीं करेगा कि बिकॉज इतने सारे लोग इन्वॉल्व होंगे उस चीज़ को बनाने के लिए, एंड व्हेन सो मेनी पीपल आर इन्वॉल्व तो एक आउटपुट जब निकल के आता है तो पीपल इन्जॉय। सो एंड एक बार आप AI सिस्टम बना लो, उसको मेंटेन करना पड़ता है, जैसे अपनी बॉडी को मेंटेन करना पड़ता है, तो उसको भी मेंटेन करने के लिए हमें लोग चाहिए होंगे, तो वो कहाँ से आएंगे?
The competition has well and truly started between human beings and self-sufficient and independent machines. People like Bill Gates and Elon Musk have already warned the world about the drawbacks of artificial intelligence. It is also argued that the machines cannot truly compete with the human brain and that they are even nowhere close to human intelligence. Given these divergent views, it is important to be clued in to market needs and trends and how technology is responding to them with a corresponding growth in human intelligence. With inputs from Leena Sharma, Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV. And that's it from us in this edition of In Depth. We'll be back same time tomorrow with a focus on another subject. You can also watch this as well as previous episodes of the program on YouTube and leave your valuable feedback. Goodbye and thanks for your time.